Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is Inside the MNU Athletics. We are joined here by Coach Paul Hansen and quarterback Adrian Parsons. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
You guys have got to a hot start, 5-0. What does the preparation look like when you're winning these games by almost 50 points every week?
I don't think the prep is changes for who we're playing. We just kind of do our thing and have a good game plan every week. And our guys have done a good job of really, making sure that they're staying focused during those weeks. But it doesn't really change necessarily for who we're playing. That doesn't really matter. It's just more about us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I just think throughout our practices, we practice really hard. Coaches do a good job of making sure that we give full effort every single day. And when it comes to game day, it's the same thing, easy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a little harder, but the coaches do a really good job of helping us prepare and stuff like that.
Now, Coach Hansen, you came into this program in 2020 and have turned it into one of the top programs in the last 2 years especially. What has been the biggest difference in the turnaround?
I think stability has been the biggest thing. I think I'm coming up on maybe the third or fourth longest tenured head coach here at Mid-America in the history of the program. So that's a big deal for the first thing. Having consistency in the coaches. I've kept a lot of my coaches here. I was able to bring in after 2020 a lot of coaches that I wanted here. And then the last part is probably recruiting. And stability in recruiting, getting good players that can help us win immediately. And really that first year, 2020 was already kind of a weird year as it is with COVID. But kind of having that fall to evaluate their conference too and see what type of players are in their conference and what we need to do in recruiting to match those players or beat those teams. And I think that was a big thing. So stability, consistency is a big thing for sure.
Yeah, you started the year off at Culver Stockton, and the game was pretty much over at halftime. What did that look like coming into that week? First week, didn't really know what to expect, had high hopes, but didn't know what it would look like.
Yeah, we hadn't played Culver Stockton in 2 years, so that we had some film on them last year, but we didn't get to see them. And really, with the COVID year, we've only played Culver Stockton 3 times out of my 5 years here, so it was kind of getting used to them again and seeing what they did. But really, we had we had a longer camp this year because we didn't have a week 0 game, so we did a lot of preparation for them and really, we had a good game plan, and our players executed it, and so it was good.
Yeah, when when you're up at halftime by almost 50-0, what are you trying to work on that second half to help you for the next week? Because obviously the game's pretty far out of hand.
Yeah, I think especially that first game too, and they'd already played a game, so maybe working on some things with special teams or no penalties, stuff like that. Clean our game up a little bit. Some little mistakes that you would have in a first game is really big. But I've been pretty big with our team saying, hey, we're not stopping for no one this year. The margin of errors are very small this year, and our guys know that. And so we don't care really. We're just going to go do our thing for all that 60 minutes. So.
Yeah. Adrian, you broke both the MNU yards and touchdowns record this year. When did you become aware that those awards would be in reach?
Actually, I didn't know until the end of the game of Culver Stockton. My phone was blowing up. Parents, friends, it was all over social media. So that's when I was really aware. But I wasn't aware of it beforehand or nothing like that. So.
Yeah, and how much do those records matter to you personally?
They mean a lot, coming into my freshman year, I wanted to be that guy for, 4 years. I wanted to come in and be the quarterback that I wanted to be. And that comes with breaking all those stats.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with the high-powered offense that we have with Coach Hansen and stuff like that, if you execute it, you stay healthy, no doubt all those stats will come for you.
Yeah, you guys just finished a 2 road game before this bye week. What does the preparation look like compared to home and away? Does that change anything?
No, it really doesn't. And we just prepare for that next opponent. It's all about us. Now, I would say I do like the road has been good to us this year. We've outscored our opponents 171-14. And so road has been good to us. But we're also going to have to, at some point, we're going to have to go on the road, here and have a big win and we've done that. And so I think our guys have been very receptive to that in the game plan and the process of how we do things throughout the week.
Yes, you got Missouri Valley coming up this week for homecoming. They average 126 rushing yards, but also give up 160. So what are you guys looking to do to prepare for this game? What do you expect to happen?
I expect a close game. In the 5 years I've been here versus Missouri Valley, every game's came down to a possession. So either a touchdown, a field goal. We've been on the better end of all of those games, but still our guys this last week, I've let them know, hey, this game will be close. And we're gonna have to have a great prep for it. And I think with them is they have a new head coach. We are familiar with him a little bit because Coach Crehan was at Peru State my first year here, 2 years here at Mid-America. So we're familiar with them. But like any program that has a new head coach, there's some things that they'll do that we'll be able to hopefully get them on, but we'll still have to, and they'll have some stuff for us coming off a bye week too, so we'll have to be ready for that.
Yeah, Adrian, they only allow 181 passing yards, but obviously you've had far the better success this year. What are you expecting defensively to see that they're going to try to slow you down?
Yeah, they have a good defensive line. Their D-line is really good up front, and I think their safety is he's good going sideline to sideline. He plays center field. You see, my freshman year, my first ever game actually was against that defense because that coach was there. They do a really good job of, keeping things tight and stopping the run game and squeezing the throws. So we have a good game plan going in, though, against them, and we hope to expose a couple things they got. So.
Yeah, we have 2 weeks in a row coming up here in 2 weeks that are going to be huge games, probably deciding with playoffs with Bennington and Baker back-to-back. What does that look like preparation-wise, knowing you're going to have two tough opponents back-to-back?
Yeah, I think the first thing is we got to focus on what's coming first with Missouri Valley and then Missouri Baptist. You got to go on the road again. St. Louis, long trip, overnight. So there's some things that we got to take care of first before we can get to those 2 weeks. But I say all the time, your season's won and lost in October. Every college football team, if you really think about it, October is the month where you see a lot of teams where their kind of season starts to go down or go up. So we still have 2 more games here in October, and then in November we want to be playing our very best football at that time of the year. And obviously we got some big games coming up there, but it's about us, and our guys are focused, and we're really excited.
Yeah, only 5 games left to finish the season. You're 14th ranked. What does that mean just to have that 14th ranking for this team?
I think it's really cool for our guys, especially like Adrian's class who kind of came in, and then Cam Finley, he was a 2020 kid that came in. He's a COVID senior. He got to stay this extra year. Just for them to see and be part of it and help build the program to where it's at now, it's really exciting. But really, our whole team is that's something that we've kind of wanted. And really, if you kind of look at it, a lot of people don't know this, but we have the second longest winning streak right now of all NEI football. If you go back to last year, we've won 9 straight. And the only team that has more is Kaiser. It won the national championship last year. So we consistently have put our guys in position to win games, and our guys have done it, and they've earned this. They've earned this right now to be here at this ranking, and we're not done. So we'll keep it going.
Yeah, Adrian, you've had some special receivers in your career come and go, and you still put up consistent numbers. Do you feel like that this offense works any receivers, or do you feel like you just keep rolling with talented guys every year?
Yeah, you see, this offense it's not meant to just throw to one guy, and I think that we've seen that every single year. We've had very talented receivers every single year, and no doubt that this year we're going to have another probably freshman of the year in Ion. He's really special, and again we got Miles on the outside, and we just it's not about one person on the wide receiver. It's always spreading the football and getting the ball to our guys in space. So.
Yeah, you guys have had a successful season on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, being top-ranked offense, second most in points, and top 5 defensively in points allowed. What does that practice look like when you're allowed to go back and forth all the time, and how does that help you prepare for every week, knowing that both sides of the ball are so good?
Yeah, well, I think that's one thing we do that some programs don't is we make practice harder than the game. So like today, right after we stretched, we went offense against defense good on good immediately, and we get after each other a little bit. So it makes each other better. But all throughout the week, we're going against our defense like 2 or 3 times a practice, and it's good too because we can maybe the defensive coaches might have a blind spot that they're not seeing, and same thing with us that hey, we got to fix because maybe a really good team might exploit that. So that's one thing we do, and when our guys do that, there's not a situation in the game our guys have never not been in. You know, and so, like I said, the game should feel really easy and slow compared to how practice goes.
Yeah. So we hope to have our stadium going next year. What does that mean for this team, and what are you guys' thoughts on the new stadium?
Yeah, I think it's not just great for the team, but it's great for all of Mid-America and the community. I think it's something that we can all be excited about. You'll definitely be able to see how a stadium can bring a campus together. It can bring people back to the campus who might not have been here in a while, and really it can create that excitement. And then obviously for the team, you know, have one of the nicer facilities of all of NAI to get to play in or win into, so that helps, you know, so that could have a good product on the field, and it just kind of gets everyone excited about it, and then helps in recruiting too. So now we can bring recruits on campus and say this is our facility. Hey, we got really one of the nicer facilities, and we're good. We win, you know. So there's a lot of stuff that goes with it, but it's something that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the stadium's going to be good again, like Coach said, for recruiting. If you want to get the good, you know, those top players out there, you got to have a really nice facilities, and I think this $13 million stadium is going to do it for sure. No doubt. I think first game next year, you'll have people that have never ever came to MNU that are just out in the community just wanting to see the game. So you'll see a lot of that, and it'll be televised for sure. It'll be interesting.
Well, we appreciate you guys' time. Good luck on your year, and we hope you guys win this homecoming game.